Hi everyone. This past summer, I wanted to grow a mango from seed, which requires humidity. However, I live in the hot, dry desert of southwest Utah. The problem is that I, like many people, was wanting to grow something outside of my climate zone. And not only am I not a gardener, I was trying to grow something that was difficult based on the conditions that I lived in. My solution was to create an app that bridges this gap between what I wanted to grow and actually being successful at it. Now, I have always found gardening advice to be a one-time information kind of thing, where I read instructions and then I'm let loose and there's no follow-up. And I recognize that growing something, especially not being a natural gardener, I was going to need continual coaching guidance based on my conditions and concerns week to week. In order for an app to work with me on a continual basis throughout my plant's life cycle, agents were going to have to work together to combine multiple forms of knowledge, such as plant biology, climate analysis, weather updates, trade-off evaluations, iterative planning, and ongoing coaching. This here is the UI for the user, the landing page when they first come to the UI. And before I do a quick demo of it, I want to jump over to look at the architecture that I built for the agents, which I built to be split into two distinct operational cycles. Phase A, which is the purple, is when a user initiates on the site what they want to grow and where they live. And then agents then analyze plant biology, regional climate, and a massive amount of YouTube content to give the user a good, solid blueprint, low-cost blueprint to get started. So that is the startup phase, and it's a one-time linear pipeline. A week after that happens, phase B, which is a decoupled iteration loop, is run. And it cycles every week, the week after the phase A kicks off, and the agent will reach out proactively to the user to ask them how they're doing, any pictures, what the current weather is, and they will combine that with the user's feedback and concerns for the week and combine it with the plant's history logs and the system so far. And based on all that, the agent will come up with a tailored guidance plan for the user. And this repeats every week. So this iterative ongoing workflow transforms gardening from a one-time recommendation into an evolving learning partnership. And the success, it creates a greater likelihood of the plant's success and also for the grower's confidence, willingness to keep experimenting. Now, if we look at the UI, how it looks. So after the user comes to the landing page, they log in with their Google account and they start here on the adaptation engine. This is where they just simply enter what they want to grow and where they live. And then this tab is the phase A, which is the onboarding startup phase. After the clicks bridge a gap, the agents will compile information and then present the user with a low-cost blueprint and then let them know that the next step is to go to the Trial and Triumph tab, which is, we can click up here. And this tab reflects the phase B, which is the ongoing iterative loop cycle that happens every week. So this is when the agent will send the user a proactive ping to ask them how they're doing. Alternatively, the user doesn't have to wait to be pinged. They can check in early if they have concerns and need help early. All of the log history is saved in this tab and it can be collapsed for a neater view. And then lastly, this site features the plant gossip tab, which is not agent powered, but I thought it was important to include as a way to build community for users amongst could share information, post and ask questions, share insights, give each other encouragement. I just want to jump also over to the touch of security. This website was built using Streamlit and SQLite database with all the inputs and outputs. It was very important to follow the shift security left principle from day 4 curriculum, where I treated security not as a late stage gate, but rather as something embedded from the very first line of code. While my capstone project demonstrates a practical multi-agent workflow, because climate uncertainty is becoming an increasingly common challenge for growers around the world, I want the broader vision of Defiant Roots project to be about helping people approach environmental challenges with curiosity rather than discouragement. Thank you.